Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we break down the confusing language of Wall Street to tell you what's really going on behind the scenes. And trust me when I say this next filing has a little surprise hidden within that's going to make you raise an eyebrow, so buckle up. We're diving into a very important document today, a Form 8K filed by George Risk Industries, Inc. Now, the 8K is like the company's instant messenger for the SEC. It's for reporting big news that could affect shareholders, and this one is telling us about a dividend declaration, a cash payout to the folks who own their stock. The report itself is dated August 20th, 25 and gets straight to the point. The really juicy news about this dividend was announced on August 14th, 2025. This isn't just a routine check-in, it's a specific event that management wants everyone to know about. We're looking at George Risk Industries, Inc., a company incorporated in Colorado. They've been around for a while. Their file number is 000053778. And their IRS identification number is 8405244756. You know the drill. It's important for the SEC to have all this foundational information nailed down, even if it's not the most exciting part for us. So they are a Colorado-based company with their principal executive offices located in Kimball, Nebraska. The address is 802 SL Street, Kimball, NE 69145. Again, this is just the basic identification stuff. Their phone number for anyone needing to reach them is 308-235-4645. Now let's talk about what they actually trade. George Risk Industries has two main classes of stock. First up is their Class A common stock with a par value of 10 cents per share. This common stock trades under the symbol RSKI, and you can find it on the OTC markets. That's over-the-counter markets. It's not on the big fancy stock exchanges like the NYSE, but it's still a place where people can buy and sell shares. They also have convertible preferred stock with a stated value of $20 per share. Interestingly, this also trades under the symbol RSKI. And like their common stock, it's also listed on the OTC markets. Now, the fact that they are on OTC is a hint about their size. It generally means they are smaller companies compared to those listed on major exchanges. Under the section Other Events, the company confirms the press release about the cash dividend. They're saying the entire press release, which is attached as Exhibit 99.1, is basically part of this official filing. It's like they're saying, here's the official announcement, a formal record of what they've told the public. And if you want to see the actual announcement, it's Exhibit 99.1. We won't read the whole press release here because the filing is more about the official reporting, but it basically confirms they are paying out cash to their shareholders. This part of the filing just lists all the exhibits and documents they're attaching. Exhibit 104 is the cover page interactive data file, which is embedded in the inline XBRL document. This is pretty standard now. It's how companies make their financial data more accessible and searchable electronically. And finally, we have the signatures. This shows who is officially signing off on this report for the company. The date here is August 20, 2025. And it is signed by Stephanie M. Risk-Mech-Ilroy, who holds the important titles of President, CEO, and CFO. Having one person hold all three of these top roles can be either a sign of a lean, efficient operations, or a smaller company like this. It's not necessarily a red flag, but it's something to keep in mind. Now let's get to the real meat of it, the dividend itself. George Risk Industries declared a cash dividend on their common stock. What does this mean for investors? Well, it's a direct distribution of profits from the company back to the shareholders. Think of it as the company sharing its success with its owners. This usually signals a few things. First, the company likely has enough cash on hand to make this payment and believes it can continue to do so. Second, it can be a sign of confidence from management in the company's future earnings. However, simply declaring a dividend isn't the whole story. What's missing here is the actual amount of the dividend and how frequently it will be paid. That information would be in the press release itself that they've incorporated by reference. Without that detail, it's hard to say if this is a significant payment or just a very small token. On the OTC markets, you might see a wide range of dividend payouts. Some companies are very generous, others less so. What we're seeing here is a snapshot of a company making a decision to return capital to its owners. It's a positive signal in that they have the capacity to do it and are choosing to do so. But without knowing the numbers behind the dividend amount frequency and the company's overall financial health, which isn't detailed in this specific 8K, we can't fully assess its impact. So George Risk Industries is a company that's operating on the over-the-counter markets with a common stock and convertible preferred stock, both trading under the RSK ticker. They filed a report to announce a cash dividend. The key takeaway is that they are returning value to shareholders. As a smaller company on the OTC market, this dividend might be a way to attract or retain investors. My take on this is pretty straightforward. Declaring a dividend is generally a good sign that a company is financially stable enough to share profits. For George Risk Industries, operating on the OTC markets, this could be an important move to differentiate themselves. However, the real impact hinges entirely on the dollar amount of that dividend and the company's ability to sustain it. Without those specifics, it's a positive signal, but one that needs more data to truly evaluate its significance. It also highlights the structure of their leadership, with one person holding multiple key executive positions, which is common in smaller firms, but is something to monitor for any potential governance concerns down the line. Alright, that's our breakdown of George Risk Industries' latest filing. What's your take on this dividend announcement and what it tells us about the company's direction? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this deep dive helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more easy to understand corporate insights. And for more in-depth discussions and to connect with other savvy investors, join our Discord community via the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.